Hey Sag, how about a reading for you today? We got all these planets in retrogrades, so we're going to look at what ground they're revisiting. So this would be, we've got Mercury in retrograde, so the ground that was just covered, what you just went through quite recently. Then we've got Saturn in retrograde, going across ground covered in February through March of, last February through March. Spring, covering that ground, revisiting it. Or perhaps you might look at your chart and see where Saturn and Mercury are and the ground that they're covering, the house, whatever. You can get quite complicated about it. We're going to keep it simple here. We're just going to ask the tarot to tell us what you want to revisit here. We're also going to look at what to release, what to embrace. Then we'll look at the revisit. Then we'll look at what might be hidden from you, what the tarot wants you to become aware of. And then the future outcome, should you choose to take this advice. All right, Saggy, how are my centaur people? My heart forth fiery friends. What do I have in Sag? I have Mercury and Neptune. Making some... Anyway, I don't know. I haven't really delved there too much. Okay. Feels like I want to cut it again. Just keep mixing this up. Okay, Sag. Let's see. What do the cards say you might want to release? You might want to release... It's a good state, the state of a truce, the Four of Swords. This is a place of going and healing and taking time apart from others. It's the end of like a truce. It suggests to me that you quit fighting and you went away from the battlefield during the truce. You know, then you go back to battle, presumably when the truce ends, or maybe, yeah. A little bit I want to look that card up, but let's keep looking. To me, it's very clear. Four of Swords. I just see the target here. I see how these swords, these four swords, which I know is about healing and getting away, and the swords are about intellect, about ideas. And see, there's a target in the middle. It's really coming through for me. That kind of the goal here. Everybody competing, a truce in that kind of singular focus on that goal. This card also, it really suggests like bleachers to me, like spectators watching, but everybody has left the battlefield right now, and the bleachers are empty. All right, what you're supposed to embrace is valor. Very different energy. This is Seven of Wands. Resistance that is organized, that has, everybody's got a sign, they match, they're working together in, the Seven of Wands is actually normally about more of an individual form of resistance where you know yourself with integrity amongst others. So that's your embrace. All right, Sag, you are supposed to revisit your idea of the Four of Cups, of luxury. And we see this, I've seen this card quite a bit in my readings lately. So these two sweethearts, they've had their milk and cookies, and the Four of Cups is about what do you focus on? Do you focus on what's spilled, what's gone? What do you look right there, center in this card, more so than most Four of Cups. The Ace of Cups is right there. That true, divinely brought heart beginning. Yeah, and I see, and this is not what I've never noticed this before. He's looking at his phone. He's got a remote. Looks like he's probably watching TV. But today, I see him. He sees that Ace of Cups right there. He sees that full cup of milk. That's what he's looking at. And he's looking out at you. Is that you there? You have very hairy legs. All right, Sag. Yeah. I really am starting to get to know those two. I like them. Okay, what is hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know about is death. Okay, don't freak out. That just means some kind of transformation. Or a Scorpio. Scorpio, this is my card. You know. This is it's a very interesting card. There's like a dead body, but we can see the heart. But I actually think of like the nervous system, the way that our hearts are connected to our brains, the heart intelligence, the vagus nerve. It's actually probably supposed to be your blood veins and arteries. But to me, I'm thinking about the nervous system and the way that the brain cells actually begin in our hearts. And when they climb up to make our brains, while we're in the womb there, so that we have a nervous system that connects all of our autonomic system to our heart. And it's like what you see, what you hear, all of you is connected to your heart. Very powerful. We're like the roots of trees underneath the ground. All these nerves going throughout our body, and the body's intelligence. We don't know enough about that. So wow, a lot just came up there for you, my dear Sagittarius. But we'll find out more about this transformation that you're not aware of. To me, it feels like it's going to be about the heart, because we've got the Four of Cups, and then it's followed by this sort of epically long message about the way that you're connected. You want to connect to your heart. And the future, right on, is the Queen of Wands. So should you choose to accept this advice, we have a Queen of Wands in your future. Either that's you and your awesome Jaguar, or this is somebody coming into your life in the future on this heart journey. I love the expression on the cat. It's like, I'm really focused on you, baby. Passion. Queen of Wands. Can be a little bit of a drama queen. I don't think of this woman as being a drama queen at all. I feel like she lives from passion. So it's very Sagittarian, fiery. Wands are your suit here. So we do see, I'm seeing in your embrace is Wands, the organized resistance. The future, through what appears to be a look at your heart, we see you in your true self. Now the Queen of Wands always has like a black kitty cat, and they've reversed this here. So we have a Jaguar with a black woman representing the Queen of Wands. Take or leave whatever seems meaningful to you there. Let's figure out what is going on here with this journey. I definitely want to use the Dark Tarot to clarify this, if you don't mind, Sagittarius. That wasn't my original thought. My original thought was a much different deck. Am I wrong? I'm really torn. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't want to use the Dark Tarot. I want to use the Star Seeker Tarot. That was my original idea, and I tend to go with that. I'm fixed sign. I tend to stick with my plan. Okay. I mean, literally, my Saturn is in Taurus, so it's like a bit intense. And I've disavowed that side of myself my whole life, but I'm coming to terms with it, Fixed on all four corners, I say. So anyway, Sag, you are not fixed. You are one of the mutable ones. Aries is cardinal, Leo is is the fixed. So if you want to know what that means, you could look up mutable. It just means you change, you know, like all the mutable signs, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and you, Sag. You have two selves that you can move between. It's obvious in the Gemini. And I've spent a lot of time with Virgos. And I seem to have a little bit of a resentment about this. So I keep bringing it up, and I think I keep bringing it up in your readings. So I'm working through it, you know. I'm working through it. I used to like it, but I kind of am over it. Okay. So you're still here if you really want this message. So let's see. So we're being told to release this truce. Everybody seems to have left the field of battle to lick their wounds here. And it's time to be done with that. And it's a slow process. You got a Knight of Pentacles. Just the slow and steady, got the plan, knows the way, A student, very responsible. Going up to the sacred mountain here under the full moon. See that? I live in Flagstaff, Arizona, and that is the mountain that we are graced with to the north of, and there's the moon. It's almost like the way is from here. We're gonna end up climbing all the way to the moon. No, the moon is coming up here. We're getting a full moon, full lunar eclipse on the 26th. So you feel trapped. 8 of Swords. It's a perspective that you have, that you're trapped. Wow, somebody is handing you the truth, though. This is a really different way of representing this. See, there's a hand. I often see the hand giving like the Ace of Cups or the Ace of Swords. So here, the divine truth, the divine being is offering you the truth. And the truth is that you're actually free. You think you're trapped, but you're not. Just take off that blindfold, face the truth. The fact is, you are free. And finally, Knight of Wands. There you go, Sag. In your full fire. Boy, and this makes me think so much of that heart forth, the centaur being that represents Sagittarius. Just leaping out off the cliff with your passionate heart wide open. Looks like a beautiful day, full of joy. It looks to me like you have spent a while in this Four of Swords healing. The Nine of Pentacles, it's a slow and steady and methodical, quite well planned process. But now you're being handed like, okay, and here's your reading. This is probably, the truth is coming to you through these cards. This hand is just this little reading here. And it's like, all right, that's enough of that. It's time to leap out and almost like a fool, just start something new here. And it's interesting that what you're going towards is a passion for justice here. Let's see. Let's find out more about what this valor is that you're supposed to embrace. The passionate, fiery side of yourself, Sag. What is this? There is a new practical beginning, an Ace of Pentacles. Like, I keep thinking about making a new world. You know, we just went through like a hellish 4 years or however long it's been. Like, it could be different other kinds of long periods of hell, healing from hell. It could be very personal, it could be very political. The cards here are saying it's time to build the world now. We've grieved, we've healed, we've been amazed at what we just got through, whether it was the corona or the Trump administration. Oh yeah, if you're a Trump supporter, you won't like my channel, so see you later. Yeah, and now it's time to build something new. It seems to be, of this, let's get together and move. Let's see what else, though. Okay. The Fool. Yes, I got this vibe from the Knight of Wands. So striking out on the beginning of a new journey full of faith. I love these little blocks. They seem that this artist uses. Look at all the suns in the sky. That's the sun. It's almost like a rainbow. Like it's full of joy, of happiness. The sun represents. Everything's out in the light. I'm also kind of getting a thought about how on June 10th there's going to be a solar eclipse. But yeah, you are striding out on those rocks, crossing, taking the risk, leaps of faith. That's what the Fool is about. Going towards this new world, this new beginning that you're just leaping out towards. This is actually more of a Fool to me, but I love this Fool. She's fantastic. So when you're embracing that, it's a new beginning. We've got an Ace and the Fool starting anew after a long period of healing and of feeling trapped. And it looks like you're going to build this with others. There's a Three of Pentacles here. No doubt. Look at those beautiful brown hands. Everybody's bringing each other a piece of the pentacle. They're going to build this together. And we get that feeling very much from the basic card here that we're clarifying. We are building a new world with others here. Starting out full of hope, full of faith. You believe that you can make the world that you want to live in. And everybody is welcome, and everybody has something to offer to this project. And you don't have to do it alone. You get to do it with others. All right. So we're going to revisit the heart here, your emotional world, this Ace of Cups that these two little gay boys have not yet drunk or spilled. So you're supposed to revisit this during this time of retrograde. It goes, I know Saturn's in retrograde into midsummer. Is that right? No, into late May. I have a particular revisit in my mind. Okay. You get a Five of Cups. Oh, that's the next card. There's a Two of Cups there, but she's focusing on the spilled ones. Two Cups are right there if you want to turn around and look at them. But right now there's a process of grief happening. Okay, so this is what we're going to revisit this. Something you went through already. It's time to look at it with new eyes. Okay, then there's you on your own, completely happy, solitary, Nine of Pentacles. She's got her falcon. Usually the falcon has a blindfold on or a mask to show that she is looking to herself for truth. This one feels very much like this truth that came in here. I've come to associate the birds and the feathers with the suit of air. And so I feel like that she alone has received a truth. So it's a definite, we see a story here of these. This is reversed, as you can see, because you can't read it. But so she's looking towards the past, the losses. This is the Two of Cups here. It could be love, emotional fulfillment of some kind. And then there's also this sort of, she's turned away from this towards this idea. here. But anyway, the Nine of Pentacles is not about an Ace of Swords. It's just I keep seeing Aces of Swords and Wands here in your cards, Sag. And there are there's also 9 swords. So 9 pentacles, 9 swords. So coming really to an end of something. And this is insomnia, it's anxiety, it's staying up all night in your head. Lots of time in your head here. It seems to me that you're kind of drinking from 2 cups here emotionally. One is your belief in love. You know, the truth that love is true and love will conquer all and all of that. And then there's the 9 of Swords cup, which is anxiety and fear, and you know, there's that hulking bear of fear that's holding you all night long. Or so I feel like there's freedom of love in love, and there's also fear in love, and so you're supposed to revisit that. And I have to say, Sag, it's kind of, it feels like I've been getting this message for you before. So, and the message is super, like, I feel like I keep getting this message for lots of people. Like, quit being so involved in these little romantic personal relationships and heartbreaks. You know, get out of self, get into service, into the bigger picture, you know, this kind of stuff, right? Leap into collaborating with your fellows to build the world that you want to live in. And, you know, because this anxiety about love is, you feel trapped. You know, this is just a perspective. But the truth is, you know what the truth is. And there's a higher love here. And it makes you feel like this when you work in this realm of this higher love. Whatever that is for you. It could be social justice. It could be environmental. It feels like it could be political, but it could be some other way that you mentor and work with others. Okay? I think that way gets you out of anxiety and insomnia and extreme self-centeredness here, right? And this I think reiterates what we saw here, which is like one person is looking out of this little luxury scene. The other is looking in his phone. This is another way to look out, but to see the bigger love, the big love. Okay, so now we want to know, what is this? What's this death thing here? Cards want you to know this, so probably not something you're aware of. This is the hidden influence card. What's this about? Death. What does Sagittarius need to know? I feel like there's truth coming in. What else here? What's this transformation about? The Lovers. Oops. 7 of Cups. I'm gonna pull all 3 here, and then I'll tell you what I think is clearly an emotional journey here. And the 4 of Cups. Same card that you're revisiting, right? That's a 4 of Cups. Okay. Ooh. Oh, my back hurts all of a sudden. Ooh. Okay. All right, so the Lovers is the ideal love, divinely meant to be love. It's high love. It's you with the person that you get to be yourself with. You choose one another. It's not actually that easy to choose one another. I've learned. like when I was a teenager, it's like you just be with the one, right? Or not when I was a teenager, when I was in college. You know, it's like I have to be with her. I don't care if it's wrong to be gay. You know, I had to choose. I always have chosen love. I've never not chosen love. But other people don't choose it. And so I've learned. It befuddles me, honestly, like why people would choose anything else besides love. And so, anyway, enough about me. Like, I've had to look at that, right? Because it looks like a romance addiction in some way. It hurts, you know. Anyway, you have a similar thing going here where, yeah, so this is helping you. Should be information that helps you so much. It's transformative. So the Seven of Cups here, there's a lot of illusion. There's a lot of choices. This card says there's just one cup to choose. It's this same cup that is right here. This is the same cup, and it's showing up under here as well. Boom. What is that cup? What is that? That's your true heart. That's it. This is so, like, sometimes the Seven of Cups, it's like, oh, which cup stands out to me as a reader? There's just the one cup here. This is not a difficult choice. Again, there's a feeling of choice. It kind of goes to this thing that I just said about, you know, the lovers, like, people will actually not see the obvious choice is love. They won't see it. Like, look at this guy. No, look what I lost. There's a big giant cup behind him or her or them. I'm so sad about the cups that are sinking into the ocean. Enormous holy grail behind you. It's like, this is the big love. This is the big freaking glass of milk right there. This is the truth. This is not your lover that didn't choose you, that you're obsessing about, if that's happening with you. This is a transformative love. I feel like it is love for yourself. This is the love that you feel right here when you're leaping out. Sagittarius, like, I can see the other half of your body as a horse, right? Centaur, heart forth. When you turn your look for love here to yourself, that is when you begin to be able to be this fool. She doesn't care what anybody thinks. She's got herself. She is under all of those suns. How many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a big giant one. I mean, she's under 10 suns of joy, freedom. Look at her. She's fantastic. She is striding out. She's going to take this idea. She's going to make it real in the world. And she's going to do it with her friends who get her. Fuck whoever broke her heart, right? Whoever she was healing from, the battle that she came from. She, you know, she's done with this. She's doing this now, right? This Ace of Cups, this big giant glass of milk is you, my dear. And it is a part of transforming the world. Somehow, this love that you find for yourself takes you out of the trap of, oh, so-and-so broke my heart, into the real thing that you're supposed to do, right? Here you are in the future, the public defender, in your wands, in your fire. This beautiful, steady, brave, passionate person, you know, and she'll unleash this jaguar if she has to in the courtroom. Like, she defends people who don't have the money to afford an attorney. She's a good queen. Let's see what else about your future here. Public defender. Okay. the Empress. Wow, that's very earthy, very planet-centered, earth-centered. Look at the moons. Look, there's so many eclipses in these cards. I love it. Here we are coming up on a lunar eclipse. So that could be clue to timing. The Emperor. Wow. I want to read this as like, so you could say like, here's the lovers. You haven't noticed them. So here you are. Hello, kitty. We have the Empress and the Emperor. So we could see this as like you met your match. You're like the power couple in the future. You could see that. I'm feeling it because I read this Ace of Cups. This big giant cup of milk is like you choosing and loving you, right? Look behind you. There you are. This is you loving you. You are both of these genders, both of these power couples. Sagittarius. You are complete. You have it all in yourself, and you take that out and then you use it for good. And thirdly, the womb. Yeah, this card is not in most tarots. The womb. This is a rebirth. This is actually like the card right before the Fool that you're supposed to be going off into. So this is between the end of the world and your rebirth as the Fool. This card comes in this deck. This is rebirth that happens in this process of taking this cup that is you, that is your love for you. And it makes you free to build. It makes you free to resist together with valor and build the world that you want to see, to be this awesome public defender, be this power couple in and of yourself, and to be born for, it's going to change you, right? That's why death's here. This is a transformation. Death is just one card of death and rebirth, rising from the ashes. You just need to see this. You need to see this, that you are so beloved and amazing, Sagittarius, to love you, be complete in and of yourself, and be reborn to the work that you are clearly meant to do for others. Let's look at the bottom of the deck here. There's a King of Wands. The cards do want me to tell you that love is out there for you if you want it. There's, right? Because here you are. Queen in the future. Your other self. See, he has a kitty cat. King of Wands. You can have the couple, or you can be both in and of yourself. You can read it however you want. I feel like the cards see both things for you, because we've got the lovers here, Emperor, Empress, King and Queen of Wands. We get this couple here with their, there is like coupliness in this, but what comes through is more important and maybe makes it possible for you to have this true love is that you have you and you love you and you've chosen you, right? And that's why you are amazing. Okay? Like, you are not alone. You have collaborators and sweethearts, and on the other side of insomnia, grief, I see that too, is a rebirth into a new love. This is a revisit your idea of love. Just the one card here for you. This is a passionate action that is, you have to take this action out of the out of truce with your healing process. This is passionate. There's no doubt. It is passionate. It's passionate. This is, underlying this is a King of Wands and an Eight of Wands. fast, quick, passionate movement forward. Communication and action. That's what you're being called to. So if you've been plodding along and healing and being what looks like, the necessary process of self-centeredness when you've been hurt, and now it's time to move out of that. Move out of that. Relook at why you got there. Of course, you have to relook at this, and it involves more sorrow, regret, grief. It involves insomnia. But there's also clearly some truth coming into you. And this card, the Nine of Pentacles. This is the card that causes me to read this as really an individual journey of self-love that transforms you, and really you're reborn as the public defender. There's plenty of evidence here that as a part of that future, there's somebody. There's the lovers. There's lots of couples on this table right now. So if that's what you want, Sagittarius, the cards say the way there is the transformation that comes of taking action in the direction of self-love. Not sitting around thinking about it. It's time to take action towards that, whatever that means to you. This isn't to sit around. There's no hermit. It's like, leave that behind. This is act as if you have received the cup that is you, that is divinely given to you. The one cup that was given to us that we can choose and that chooses us back is ourselves. And wow, I've never said that before. That came out of me, that's the message. So choose you, and then choose the world, and make the world that you want to see. And there's love here for you. All the kinds of love. The divine kind, the self-love kind, the love of friends and collaborators, and the sweet, daily, homely, romantic love. The lover's ideal. All the loves, they're all here for you, my friend. But choose you first. Okay. Good luck, Sag. Have a beautiful day.